What is going on YouTube? This is your boy Sam from Team Sam Ranksman here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with the brand new Burning Abyss deck profile post Dark Neostorm. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We've been waiting over a year or so, I believe, for Cherubini to finally be released in the TCG. Not only does this card increase the consistency of the deck, but also makes the deck a little bit more aggressive, which is actually very awesome. So if you guys want to see more deck profiles like these, make sure you guys go down there right now and smash that thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing. Let's aim for 1,000 plus likes, guys. That'll be very, very awesome. So enough talking, without further ado, let's get started with this brand new Cherubini Burning Abyss deck profile. To start with the monster real quick, the best Burning Abyss card in the entire deck is one tour guide from the Underworld. When she's normal summon, you basically get a special summon any Burning Abyss monster directly from the deck. Not only does it special summon any Burning Abyss, but it special summons any level 3 Fiend, which also includes Fiendish Rhino Warrior, which is absolutely amazing. So one tour guide to start with our monsters. Next off, you're gonna play, of course, triple Fiendish Rhino Warrior. If you guys do not know what this card does, Fiend monster you control, except for Fiendish Rhino Warrior, cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect. So it actually protects your Burning Abyss monster being self-destructed by its own effect while it's card in the field. And when this card is set to the graveyard, you basically get to dump any Burning Abyss monster directly from the deck to the grave, which is really awesome. So with the addition to Fiendish Rhino Warrior, the one Graph, the one Seer, the one Libic as well. With Fiendish Rhino Warrior being in your deck, you're essentially playing 3 Graph, 3 Seer, and also 3 Libic. Libic specials from the hand, Seer specials from the grave, Graph specials from the deck, and Fiendish Rhino Warrior literally can send these cards directly from the deck to the graveyard anytime you would like, right? Depending on the cards you have in your hand. Next off, for your Searcher, triple Skarm. Really nice card right here. Skarm is really great. Search your Burning Abyss monster directly from your deck to your hand during the end phase. Most importantly, he gets access to your tour guide during the end phase, which is really awesome. I'll showcase you guys a 2-card Burning Abyss combo where you can actually end on with Cherubini, Dante, and even potentially Beatrice, and at the same time get an end phase search tour guide. So triple Skarm, absolute must. Next off, you'll play, of course, triple Farfa, one of the best disruption cards for your entire deck, especially with Beatrice. This card is a card that you usually summon with Beatrice during your opponent's turn to basically banish any problematic monsters that they have on the field. This deck has a really solid matchup against Solomon Grades. Usually once they normal summon the monster, you activate Beatrice's effect, dump Farfa the graveyard, banish that monster, and then banish the monster that will summon, and if they don't have any other extenders like Will to basically combo out with their plays, their turn basically just stops, right? So Farfa is one of the best interruption cards in this entire deck, and Beatrice gets access to this card, you know, very easily and very consistently as well. So triple Farfa, obviously the best interruption within deck. Next off, for the one elves, one Alec, this card's the Effect Veiler, which is really nice. The one Barbar for game. The one Calcab, this card bounces back a back row. The last Burning Abyss monster I'm playing for this deck is the one Rubik. I still think Rubik's pretty good. It's a Burning Abyss name, at the same time, it's a tuner, which helps you get access to your Virgil, which is really awesome. Virgil can bounce back any problematic back rows or any problematic monsters that's on the field. It's just like another copy of like Nightmare Unicorn. Next off, I'm playing the Phantom Knight engine, the PK engine, triple the Phantom Knight, Silent Boots. The reason why you're playing Phantom Knights in this deck is because Cherubini can dump these cards directly from the deck to the graveyard, and these cards are combo extenders, especially Silent Boots, where if you control a Phantom Knight monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Usually, if your Cherubini survives, you can easily just combo off next turn into your Borsword by just dumping cards like Boots or also Gloves to the graveyard to get access into your Boots directly from your deck to your hand. And you can also get access to Fogblade. Fogblade is really good because it's like Fogblade is also another combo extender in this deck. You can banish Fogblade from the graveyard, especially these cards from the grave, so that way that you can easily make like Borsword and things like that, right? So the reason why you're playing the PK engine is because PK engine, you know, especially Beatrice at 1, I believe that PK engine is obviously more consistent than the regular BAs in my opinion, and also at the same time going first, it gets you an interruption, right? Especially with Silent Boots, getting access to your Fog Blades directly from your deck to your hand. Fog Blade is a free interruption, and especially while having Beatrice on the field, you basically have 2 free interruptions on your side of the field, which is really nice. That's pretty much it for the PK lineup. Next off, for your hand traps, triple Ash, triple Effect Veiler, playing 6 hand traps, which is really nice going second. The really wonderful thing about Burning Abyss is that the deck doesn't lose the hand traps, which is really good. They can't Ash Dante. Dante is a cost to mill, which is a really good thing. You guys can either play Veilers or Ogres, but I feel like Veilers just covers more of the matchups in today's metagame. And the wonderful thing about Effect Veiler is that it's a light, and at the same time, if you have multiple copies of Effect Veiler in your hand, you can activate multiple copies of this card, of course, which is really good. So, you know, 6 hand traps. Last but not least, for our boss monsters, I played double BLS. Shout out to Shaq. I feel like this card is so good. Dante is a light, and Effect Veiler is also light as well, so you can freely banish these cards from your graveyard to special BLS. BLS is like, you just push for so much damage, especially if you can make Borlord BLS. Holy macaroni, bro. You're not losing that game. BLS is just absolutely incredible, guys. And I think this card is like one of the strongest cards in this entire deck. Especially complements really well with my side deck as well, which I'll showcase you guys my side deck in a sec. But BLS is just, I believe, just a really good power move. Before we get started with the spells, if you guys want to help support the channel, make sure you guys get the brand new 190,000 subscriber Playmat Today. I'll leave a link to my website in the description box below at tx1.com/shop. This is the awesome Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician Playmat. So if you guys just want to help support me and what I do, make sure you guys get your hands on one of these playmats while supplies last. So yeah, guys, tx1.com/shop. Double Lord Darkness, your whole entire deck is mostly dark. Just digging deeper to your deck to see your combo pieces is obviously pretty nice. So double Lord Darkness, you guys can either play a Lore or a Desires. I feel like Desire is just too risky for this deck. I play the one Foolish Burial. Basically dumps any Burning Abyss directly from the deck to the grave. And for the last spells I'm playing is obviously Triple Call by the Grave. The reason why I play this card, not only does it stops hand traps, it's like another interruption on your opponent's turn. Like I said before, like this deck has a really good matchup against Solomon Greats, and with the addition of the Triple Call by the Grave, it just makes the deck even more crazier than it already is, because during your opponent's turn, they activate Spinny in the grave, activate Call by the Grave, hit their Spinny, and their turn just basically ends. Same thing with Foxy. They pitch one, activate Call by the Grave. It's like, it's game over, right? It protects yourself from getting hand trap, which hand trap doesn't hurt this deck, but most importantly, it is used as another interruption against your opponent. And also at the same time, you know, you want to resolve your tour guide, so Call by the Grave, you know, hit the Veiler, hit the Ash, you're pretty much set, man. So for the small lineup, you guys can play whatever you guys will like, but I definitely think that Call by the Grave is just a really good card in today's meta game. Really good against hand traps, Solomon Greats, really good against strikers, really good against decks that utilize the graveyard dinosaurs. Just use my deck list as a guide to what you guys can build in your own deck, right? So that's pretty much for the spells. I'm not playing Cycle's Light because I feel like the Fog Blades with the PK engine is just so much superior than just Cycle's Light. Finally, for the traps, only 3 traps. Triple with the Phantom Knight Fog Blade. You can easily search this card off Boots, and at the same time, it's another free interruption. And also at the same time, you can manage this card from the graveyard, especially by Phantom Knight monster from your grave, which is really good for, you know, more damage, and also at the same time to just extend your combo plays even further. So, all right, guys, to start with the extra deck, we're gonna play, of course, double Cherubini, Ebon Angel of the Burning Abyss. This is the card that we all have been waiting for to finally be released in the TCG. Just very excited that this card finally came out. So, you know what? It's better late than never, right? So, double Cherubini, I feel like 2 copies is definitely the correct number to play, especially with the Phantom Knights. I feel like Cherubini is just an overall really good solid card in this deck, and a huge shout out goes to my boy Anthony for hooking me up with these Cherubinis right here. So basically, if you guys are not familiar with Cherubini's effect, the way that you link summon this card is you use 2 level 3 monsters, and the effect reads that monster this card points to cannot be destroyed by card effects. Okay, so what's really good about this card is that whenever it points to a Burning Abyss monster, the Burning Abyss monster will not be destroyed by its own card effect, especially when you control other monsters other than a Burning Abyss. The most important part about this card's effect is that this card can Foolish Burial any level 3 monster directly from your deck to the graveyard. This card can dump your Phantom Knights, dump any of your Burning Abyss, dump your Fiendish Rhino Warrior directly from your deck to your graveyard. If this card will be destroyed by battle or opponent card effect, you can send one other card you control to the graveyard instead, which is really good. So this card has a built-in protection effect, but overall, this card just is a Foolish Burial for the deck and also makes the deck a little bit more consistent and also a little bit more aggressive. So double Cherubini for this specific version is an absolute must in my opinion. You know, Beatrice, big lady herself. Double Dante. I never felt the need of playing 3 Dante. I don't know if you guys felt the same way, but you guys have played 3 if you guys are like, but they're not testing, man. 2 is definitely enough. 1 Virgil. Obviously, you can easily make this card with a Rubik, which is really nice. The 1 Big Dante himself. Generally, if you bring up Big Dante, you're probably just going to win the duel already. This card is how you usually win most of your matchups, because the fact that your opponent can't target this card is just insane. And Break Sword right here is pretty good. Kill himself or kill a face of Fog Blade, especially back 2 Phantom Knights, and then make Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, which is really good to just push for a mass ton of damage, which is really nice. So, Double Break Sword and Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. Boar Sword Dragon, you usually OTK your opponent with this. Really good. Underclock Taker for your 2-card combo. Nightmare Cerberus, Nightmare Unicorn, and last but not least, Nightmare Phoenix with the addition of your 2 Cherubinis. Alright guys, off to the side deck. Side deck is always up to personal preference, but the most spiciest side deck card is the Shaddoll engine, triple Shaddoll fusion, 1 beast, 1 dragon, and the 1 Shaddoll construct. I usually side these cards going in second. Free construct and free draw is also really nice. So shout out to Shaq for inspiring me to play this in my side deck. It's just so good. Dragon pops 1, or you can just send a beast to just draw 1, right? And having an additional body on the board to just deal another additional 28 is just really good. So the Shaddoll package is just really cool. Double Vanity's Fiend. Really good card going first. You drop this card, so special on BA, game over. So double Vanity's Fiend, double Ghost Soldier. Really good against Pendulum. Just overall solid card in today's metagame. Double Twin. Helps get rid of back rolls. Triple down wrestler, pango chops. This card is how you beat pendulums, guys. Like this card right here, outs double Jackal like it's nothing. Special summon this card, attack one Jackal, activate this effect, try to pop a Jackal, bid on the gate. It's just like literally insane. Pango chops is like the best side of card in today's game right now. So that's pretty much it for the main deck, guys. Main deck is all up to preference, but just definitely use my deck list as a guide to what you guys are playing your own deck. I definitely prefer the PK variant over the Peer variant of BA, especially with the release of Cherubini. So without further ado, let's actually get on with some of the cool 2-card combos and just some refreshers that you guys can actually do with Burning Abyss. So let's head on with the combo real quick. I just want to give you guys a refresher on what you guys can do with 2 cards in Burning Abyss, especially with Cherubini finally being released in the TCG. Like I said before, guys, there's no really specific OTK combos that you can do with this deck, but this card does increase the consistency and also the aggressiveness of this deck by getting access to basically any of your level 3 monsters directly from your deck to the graveyard. If you open it with Rhino and also any Burning Abyss monster, what you can easily do is this. Normal summon Phoenix Rhino Warrior, special summon the Burning Abyss monster from your hand, XC summon, activate Dante's effect, you mill X amount of cards, doesn't matter, you mill, okay, and once you mill the cards, Phoenix Rhino Warrior will activate its effect, so you dump Grab to the graveyard. Once Grab is sent to the graveyard, Grab will get the ability to special summon Seer directly from the deck, and now what you're going to do is that you're going to link Dante and also Seer away. Honestly, it would be really awesome if you can actually use Dante for the link summon of Cherubini, but Cherubini requires 2 level 3 monsters, so it's really unfortunate that you can't do that. Anyways, you're going to link away these 2. For obviously the infamous on Clock Taker. Once Dante is linked away and Seer is linked away, Seer will get a trigger as effect, especially when Dante from the graveyard, and also Dante, when it's sent to the graveyard, you're going to be able to activate his effect to add a Burning Abyss from the graveyard to your hand. So you can add Seer, doesn't matter, just special summon back Dante right here. And now you can just send Seer to the graveyard and make your first turn Beatrice, which is really awesome. So that's what you can do with just 2 cards in opening hand. Just a really quick refresher for those of you who haven't played Burning Abyss in a long time. Phoenix Rhino Warrior is obviously like the best level 3 monster in your entire deck. Getting access to him and any Burning Abyss gives you that first turn Beatrice combo, which is really awesome. So that's just a quick refresher for you guys. This is how you guys can actually utilize Cherubini first turn. So what you can do is you can normal summon Phoenix Rhino Warrior for combo number 2, special summon the random Burning Abyss. You're gonna link away these 2, Rhino Warrior and also Barbar to the graveyard. Okay, at this point, to special summon Cherubini. Okay, once Cherubini special summon and Rhino is sent to the graveyard, Rhino will get the ability to dump any of your Burning Abyss monster directly from the deck to the graveyard, to basically dump Graph to the graveyard. Graph can activate its effect, special Scarm directly from the deck. So you get access to Scarm, which is really good. Now what we're going to do is that you're going to activate Cherubini's effect to basically dump Seer to the graveyard. And this card will gain Seer's attack and defense, which is really good. So going second, you can actually put a lot of damage, which is Cherubini's effect, by just dumping the highest Burning Abyss monster to the graveyard, which is really good, especially dumping Barbar to gain 1700 attack and just deal an additional 900. It's just really crucial. Once Seer's dumped to the graveyard, you're actually going to be able to special summon Grab from the grave using Seer's effect. Okay, so you have these 2 cards on the field, okay, to Dante. Very nice. You're gonna activate Dante's effect, attach 3 materials, whatever, just to send Scarm to the graveyard, which is really cool. If you have another Burning Abyss monster, you can just ditch to the graveyard to make a Beatrice, okay, which is really good. But if not, you can just end off with Dante, and at the end phase, you get to activate Scarm's effect to search a tour guide directly from your deck to your hand, which is really good. So the next turn you have a follow-up play with tour guide, and then next turn you just easily make Boros Sword and just kill your opponent, right? Which is actually very nice. So that's what you can do. If you don't have another Burning Abyss in hand, you just basically end off with the Dante, and also end phase tour guide search for your next turn recovery play. And at the same time, you have a graph under Dante, right? So if Dante were to die, you basically get to add Seer back from the graveyard, and also get Graph's effect, especially when a Burning Abyss monster directly from the deck, which is really good. Like I said, there's no specific combos that you can do with Cherubini. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and this is your boy Sam from Team Sam signing out. All right, guys, peace.
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a key with it. Like, no, this league business.